Monday Night Live. All right, we're rolling. We're going, I think. Getting the hang of this. What's up, gang? We are live on a Monday night. I don't know how long this one is going to be because I really just have one topic to talk about, and that is which zip codes, which neighborhoods, which areas in the Denver metro are the hottest in terms of the housing market right now. So if you watch my monthly real estate market updates, you kind of see that it's you see what's happening with the market, which it is compressed quite a bit. And so we are in a very strong seller's market right now, as of the end of March 2023, year of our Lord. And it's interesting because when you take a deeper dive at the data, it is a strong seller's market, but more so in some areas than others. And in some parts of town, in parts of the Denver metro, it's actually not a really strong market. It's actually a very weak market, and homes are sitting on the market for a long time. And then in some areas, they are selling a lot faster than average, even the average for Denver, which is very fast. So we're going to look at that a little bit tonight. And if you want me to look up your zip code, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. I think I've told you before. You can just chime in the comments. I want this to be a Q&A as interactive as possible. So we are off and running. Here's the deal. Again, I'm going to share this because, okay. So if you have, this is Megan Aller. So if you've watched those market updates that I've done, you've seen me reference her report. She does a weekly report. The data she pulls and the stats she brings up are just insane. It's very, very helpful for real estate professionals to get a bearing on what the market is doing. And so I pulled up this is her most recent monthly report. So this is actually all the data from February, but this gives us a good idea of what's happening by and large in the market. And so generally we look at a bunch of graphs that are like days on markets and, how many showings per property and stuff like that. But when she presented in our office last week, she drew my attention to this. She does kind of a heat map of all of the zip codes in the Denver metro in terms of the MLS, every zip code that's included in RE Colorado in the Denver metro. So she basically pulls them up and does all these different ways of looking at the data based on zip code, and they all kind of tell the same story. And so I thought this was really interesting. So this one is the one I want to look at mostly. And so this is months of inventory by zip code, months of supply. So that is how we measure how much inventory we have in the housing market. And again, if you've been following along with me before, you know that we measure the way it's measured is 6 months of supply would be a perfectly balanced real estate market. Okay, so 6 months. That meaning if nothing new came on the market, then it would take 6 months for all the homes to sell. That is thought to be a perfectly balanced market. Well, we never have that much here in Denver. It's rarely that much. A healthy market in Denver is typically 3 to 4 months of supply. And that's kind of where we got by the end of last year, the end of 2022. It was just over 3 months of supply around Christmas time. That has compressed significantly. It hasn't been like it was in the height of the market in early 2022, where it was like 0.4 months of supply. It even dipped below that a little bit. We're at about 0.8, 0.9 months of supply right now. So anything under 1 month is a very strong seller's market. That's where we're at in the whole Denver metro, when you're taking all these zip codes into account. But if we drill down a little bit and we look at exactly what it is, you can sort of see the Denver metro. You see I-25 going north to south. You see 470, which doesn't quite finish the loop. I wish they'd do that at some point. But you're seeing the red pockets are the ones, there's a stronger seller's market. And the more they move towards blue, the more it gets to be a buyer's market, or more towards a buyer's market. And you're seeing we do have a few buyer's markets in the Denver metro right now. Now, you obviously can't tell exactly what these areas are just by looking at this, but we're going to get into that a little bit later because there's a key and you can actually look it up by zip code, all the stats later on in this report. And again, if you want to know what your zip code says, or one zip code in particular, I can look it up. So, but what we're seeing, so what we saw during COVID is a lot of and right here, you'll see too, if you can see my mouse cursor, moving out towards the western suburbs, those became really, really hot. People wanted to move out and get more space and home office and work from home and that whole thing. And that has continued, especially these areas around Golden, and kind of where I am right now is sort of the Wheat Ridge, Edgewater area, Arvada, Lakewood, out to Golden, that type of thing. Very, very strong. And then up here, this other little red part, that's Central Park, Park Hill. So that's one of our strongest markets too, both of those. And you'll see way up to the northwest when we get into Broomfield. I mean, this is north of Westminster at this point, but Broomfield, Superior, up towards Boulder, it's getting very, very hot, which you can understand. And so we could drill into this even a little bit more. But even down here in the, I guess that would be the Parker area, very hot as well. Down here, this is way the heck out. This is Elizabeth. I don't know if you live in Elizabeth, but if you like neighbors, Elizabeth is not the place for you. But you'd expect to see it's more rural. It's on the plains. It is going to take longer for homes to sell there, and that is happening. And then up here, we'll talk about this one too. What's interesting to me too is Aurora. Aurora is huge. Okay, so Aurora is the third biggest city in Colorado. So it's got a lot of different variants in what happens in Aurora, but there are some pockets of it that are pretty darn hot. That are at least at the median or a little bit better, that are getting into that orange. So basically that's what it is. So you can come down here and see all of the, basically she breaks it down by zip code, sees average sold price. And again, red means more of a seller's market, and moving towards bluish means more of a buyer's market. We're not seeing a whole lot of blue right now, but months supply, this is what I was talking about. And back in February is 1.45. We've dipped below that, but you see some of these zip codes like 0.37 months of supply, which is kind of wild. But then some of them, I mean, 80007, 2.12 months of supply. So I don't have all these memorized for where they are, so I won't go through all of them. But what I did want to pull up, if I can do this, is, and like I said, guys, I don't know how long this is going to be tonight, but I'm going to stop that one, and I'm going to pull up. I broke down literally the 3 hottest and 3 coldest zip codes in the Denver metro on my notes. Okay, so here they are. Let's do it like that. The hottest zips. I got it descending here. So 80207 is the 3rd hottest zip. That's Park Hill. Okay, that's half month of supply. After that, 80232, that's Lakewood. It's kind of this slice of Lakewood, just right in the middle of this horizontal band that starts kind of on Wadsworth on the east and moves out west a little bit. Very, very hot right now. That goes in line with that western suburbs, closer to the foothills, are seeing a lot of activity. They have been for the past few years, and nothing's changed. And then the hottest zip code as of this data, as of everything we knew, the most recent time the data was collected, 80003, which basically starts at Old Town Arvada, or Arvada, if you're one of those folks, and goes up to the Lake Arbor area, if you know what that is. It's this kind of cute little lake community in the northern part of Arvada. And so Arvada is big too. So certain parts of it are not nearly as hot, but that more central around Old Town part is the hottest area of the Denver metro right now for buying a home. And then coldest, you've probably already seen, Elizabeth is the one we talked about. That has 4.5, just over 4.5 months of supply. So that's what I was talking about. That's getting borderline towards buyer's market. And then 80019, that's Aurora, east of Green Valley Ranch. So way the heck up there, northeast Aurora. There's not much going on out there. I mean, if you're getting east of Green Valley Ranch, that's not a lot. And then here's the big one, guys. The coldest zip code in the Denver metro, 80202, that's downtown. Okay, that is that is a leftover, to some degree, a leftover COVID thing. But downtown struggled hard during COVID because, like I said, nobody wanted to, not everybody, but a lot of people were moving out of condos. They wanted more space. They wanted the home office. They wanted the backyard. And I'm going to go back to this, this data here for a second. And that's still happening. Downtown is just gotten crushed for years. And downtown has some issues too. So you understand people don't want to buy there right now. But it is currently the coldest market in the Denver metro. So if you're someone who likes the downtown lifestyle and wants to live, you can see the sliver right here. I wish I had a draw thing, but right here, a little bit of blue right there, that's downtown. If you're someone who wants to live downtown and want to live that lifestyle, it is a tremendous opportunity for a buyer right now. It is something I'd recommend looking into. And, or if you're someone who wants to live in Elizabeth, that's an opportunity too. Or Northeast Aurora, or honestly, a lot of these places, even out here in Conifer and Bailey, like a lot of the desirable, Bailey's getting quite far out there, but 2.24 months of supply, there's opportunities there. The Evergreen area is a little more restricted, 1.7 here. But there are opportunities there as well. And if you're a home seller and you live in one of these red zones, now is the time. If that's something you're thinking about getting on the market, now is the time to get it on the market. So that's it. Hottest and coldest zip code. So really Arvada, Lakewood, and Park Hill are the big ones. There's some other ones too, but those are the top three. And then getting these areas that are way, way out, it's going to take longer to sell your home. And then if you're downtown, it's a different deal. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Shoot me an email or a comment, or just give me a call. My number is everywhere. Love you guys for logging on, and we'll see you next time. Monday Night Live.